away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified about what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out, like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Give up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, gon' bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody getting, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I'm Mike. Lose it. Lose it. I'm Mike. Lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a divisional matchup in the NFC West between two young quarterbacks. It's Jared Goff going up against Russell Wilson. And with that, we'll send you up to the Pacific Northwest and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, home of the 12s. We'll welcome in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now here comes Los Angeles, a team that really struggled, especially, gosh, the last 12 games, they lost 11 of them. Of course, they had a head coaching change. But let's discuss Jared Goff. 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, started the final 7 games of the season. Where does he figure in going forward?
He figures to be the face of that franchise. He is the key that they have to build around, and I really thought that they lost time by not playing him earlier. Put him out there, let him gain the experience, let him get better as the season goes on. He did start the last 7 games, all losses, but he gained valuable experience in doing so. They have a runner in Todd Gurley. They have to beef up the offensive line, get a few more receivers. But I'll tell you what, Jared Goff has potential in the NFL.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. The offense on your screen now, and Todd Gurley on your screen. That is the back of the present and the future.
And what an amazing return for him from a knee injury his last year in college at the University of Georgia. Now, it's like it never happened. There's nothing he can't do on the football field. And if you're a defense, that's a long day trying to prepare for Todd Gurley.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing on third. Gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed in there to drop it for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. Now it's Lockett. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And a Russell Wilson-led Seattle Seahawks offense takes the field. And last year, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions as we look back at 2016 for Russell Wilson. And made the playoffs, but the bar's been set so high in Seattle. And did you call this past year a success for Wilson and company?
No, because that's what Seattle's all about. For them to not get back to the Super Bowl, none of them would deem the season a success. But I thought they made progress because, remember, that offensive line was in shambles. By the end of the year, they were starting to play a little bit better. I thought Justin Britt at center was especially good. But for Russell Wilson, he's proven now he can carry a team, but he's better when they still are tailback-centric.
You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
It's caught, and it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Partner, these LA Rams, as they come back out here for the next offensive series, they've now missed the playoffs 12 straight seasons. Of course, this last one, their first back in LA. They were 3-1, so much hope, but then they lost all but one down the stretch.
Hard to believe with a defense that good. But just tells you about the premium that's placed on the offensive side of the ball, especially at the quarterback position. They just didn't have the stability. Even though they drafted Jared Goff, #1 in 2016, he'll have to ascend to that number. Be that guy for them in the next season in order for the Rams to finally break that playoff drought.
And now they've got some city neighbors in the Chargers of L.A. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And a catch made by Kenny Britt. And brought down, but...
Oh, for Pete's sake. All this time I've had no audio. You should be able to hear me now.
inside the 25. Speaking of Britt, Charles, he just completed his 8th NFL season. Kind of interesting because the Rams struggled offensively. We know what happened there. But Britt turned in his best year, over 1,000 yards.
Come on.
Adjusted to the fact that he had to go and work with a couple of different quarterbacks during the year.
Alright, that should be better now you can hear me. Understand my reasoning in what I'm doing.
But what I liked about Kenny Britt was watching him develop, even in his 8th season, as a route runner. For a while, he'd become a guy, hey, Britt's going to go deep. Cover him there.
I'm not going zone this time. Go man to man. Oh no, go blitz.
He had a really nice year, became their most dependable target.
And hook zone.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To the air again. Goff. Looking for the end zone. And he'll just toss it away.
Luckily.
So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I don't know why Marshall Lynch isn't in my line up today. Bit odd.
They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
Come on. Jump wide too early.
Zuerlein's kick is good. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Oh, a little 360.
Not as good as the last one.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Cheers for the follow, Skelly.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And
no problem, mate.
Punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always
like I said, anyone who donates will win some up.
So they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they
oh no!
Rifles one that's intercepted.
Oh, that was a
bollocks. They have possession.
Not good.
At the 38-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
Ball back now.
I don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he just gets rid of
first down,
throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
It's easy, Skelly. It's essentially 4 tries to get the ball across the line, the yellow line. If you don't, you have to then kick it out, and then the other team gets to have a go, and it's whoever gets to the in the end zone first.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed.
See that orange line just behind, just in front of my back 3 players? That's where they're aiming for.
Dumps it off to Gurley.
See, now, because they've crossed that line, now they've got another 4 guys. They've got 4 more downs. So they're now at the first down, and they've got 10 yards to go, so 1st and 10.
With a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
End of the first quarter.
At the end of 1, it's a close
yeah,
game.
you have a target to get over in 4 guys. You get over it, you get another 4 goes. If you don't, you have to kick it, the other team gets to go. Very simple, it's all about inches and yards.
EA Sports is brought to you by Head &
People with bad hair.
Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they get here with a first down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the 4 down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
To throw on second down is gone.
Sacks.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and bring him
Sacks
down.
when you get the quarterback before he gets to let go of the ball.
Drop him, and it'll be a loss of about
They lose his 5 yards.
And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast.
You get that?
But a quarterback
So they've had to move back 5 yards now, which means they've got 18 yards to try and cover.
Totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hooked on ball security.
So now they're on 4th down with 8. So they're going to have to either run the ball or kick it. They're going to run it. I know they're going to kick it.
Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
And it's my turn to have a go. Not to cock up.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time
mate,
wasn't pretty
we better have
playing an interception.
Marshawn on
We'll see
this
if they
time.
can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball
Go down the
again
sides.
now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Okay.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Bollocks.
But it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals.
Not going well, Skelly. Not going well.
Evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents. All right, that starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there. Free
Go for the crossover.
Then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they?
No, I'm not punting.
Out there, isn't it?
Let's go for the run.
On those paved roads and those country roads.
Cheers, Skelly Bob. I'm normally a lot better than this, but I haven't played this in months.
You spent some time on some.
The way I see this is it's like a turn-based strategy game. Bollocks. It's like a turn-based strategy. You get a go, they get a go. It's all about making the decision, then going with it.
And Charles, they just handed them a gift, going for it there. That spot of the field inside the 24.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category.
At least I'm still winning.
A crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive
that's
side of the ball?
too close.
Come out, line up, and decide to go for it there. You figure there's no way we're
Dropped.
giving this one up. We're going to turn the ball over for our own offense and get some points out of it.
And they did the first part of that. Now they'll be looking
Just
to add
fuck 'em.
those points with great field position.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They're going to get a goal out of this.
When you slow down someone's running game,
they're going to get at least 3 points out of this.
And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw
get an interception.
But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the
Oh, he's got the first. Oh, fuck's sake.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Another try on second down with Gurley.
He ain't getting past
He
me.
will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Gone.
Sacked.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now it's ball incomplete.
Funny I could have caught that as he dropped it.
Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Zerline's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within a couple at 8-6 now. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it
Return
ends with
left
just
again.
3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They juked him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The
Let's
Seattle
just run it
offense now set to come back out on the field. And on that last
far down
drive,
as we can.
went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more.
Oh.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense.
Oh, come on.
At their end.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And left side here, it's Graham.
Not even out the end zone. Oh, the out the zone, yeah.
Fuck. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I'm sucking major donkey dick at this today.
So the defense had a chance to catch their
not
breath,
punt.
and now they're back out and ready. So it looks like
Let's
the
go.
offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run.
Got it.
Got his man. Complete. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 79 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
I needed that one, Skelly.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through
It was a hell of a touchdown as well, Skelly.
Contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
Good man
this
coverage.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe-bashed.
I don't know about
Toe-bashed.
that. Super toe.
That's complete to his tight
You can get away from me,
end.
mate.
It's Kendricks. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, gone. He's got time.
Sacked.
Escaping this time. Good down. They got it.
80 yards. Not bad.
Whistles come in.
One of
We're
my
gonna
better
get a
ones.
Timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Goff.
Sacked again.
He throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And a loss
back
of
about
3
25
to
yards
bring
now as
it
well.
forward.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball.
Bossing
That's
them
why
now,
that
Skelly,
play
bossing
just
them.
never had a chance.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Why are you just going to let it bounce? Just going to let it bounce.
Boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
Oh,
So
for
we're at
AI.
halftime here in downtown Seattle. The Seahawks
Till
are out in
4 o'clock
front.
tomorrow, mate.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports
Don't think I'm getting a break.
halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report.
So-
Let's take a look back at the first half. The Seahawks want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half.
And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action.
Cheers, good Sephiroth one. Appreciate that, mate.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
Playing games 24 hours, it can't be that bad.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters,
5
as I
yards.
also like to call them.
Straight away, 5 yards.
Things in a certain way in the first half.
Play it smaller,
They've had
smaller
ability to
indices this
see
time.
what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with
2
something
yards.
else.
Still a couple yards short of the
Make it 2,
first as the
yeah.
3-yard
Never
gain
get
brings
better.
up a third down.
We always like to talk
Ah,
about
Ryan
defense
Rides.
in terms of levels. First level
Yes, mate.
defensive line, second level
Cheers for the
linebackers,
views, mate.
third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we
Match
call
6
a
on my
first
eyes.
level run, and it was stopped by a
Well,
second
I
level
don't
play.
touch energy drinks, but I've already drank 1 can of Relentless and I'm only 3 hours in.
3rd and 2. Now
Be a
Wilson
long
escaping
night.
the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Ah, I was out.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Fake pump
Here's
and release.
John
I haven't done one of these in a
Ryan
while.
now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Laying the punt down.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is
Oh no, so I was clear.
a huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Bell end.
Well, not only did they try
Fuck.
to fake it,
Ah.
they put the ball in the arms
I was clear then as well.
The quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
They've not got a lot fast going.
Funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
And this will be incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's help your defense.
Almost got an interception.
Since being hurried, he got
Or
rid
turnover.
of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you come out with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's a third field goal for him now. And he's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, 63 yards.
Touchdown.
Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing
guess try and go for double points on this as well. Don't need to, but
because he was gone. Big time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things.
Still
it's
tired.
really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them,
definitely,
they
mate.
always talk about they actually have two-point periods
See,
in
Outbreak
practice
looks
now,
amazing.
something they never really did before.
Not even sure when it's out though.
Past the 20 and down at the
Thought it was sometime soon.
line.
I was kind of hoping it'd be out this weekend.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get set.
March 6th.
Awesome.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium essentially for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Nowhere
Sacked.
to escape, and he goes down. Mike Morgan from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down the ground there, but you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this
Yeah, might do a
game
bit
could
PUBG
be
or
a
Fortnite later as well.
So many different things that he has
Battle
to
Royale
pick
stuff
up
going
on.
in the early hours.
When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Even might fake it.
And problem
What
spreading
the?
to the punt team now. This one goes all the way
Lockett
into
doesn't
the
want
end
to
zone
use his
on the
AI
fly,
today,
so that'll
apparently.
come back to the 20. The Rams defense heading
You got
back
PUBG?
onto the field. They're hoping
Have
to
to join
keep
this later then?
margin right where it is, trailing third quarter. Don't want to get down anymore.
You're exactly right. They're in no position to give up any more points. They have to keep it in a spot where if their offense does catch a spark and get hot, they've got a chance to come back and win this game.
I guess the word manageable, you always want to keep it manageable, right?
Make sure that the game doesn't get away, and mentally you look up at the scoreboard and say, there's no chance of us coming back.
Good
It's
lad.
an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
See what I did there? I faked the sack, then gained 8 yards.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. He'll
And
be
I'm
brought
across
down
the
right
line.
At the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down
Trying to get
distance, allowing
a few little bit of
offenses to
variety in
expand
it now
their
that I've got
playbook.
used to it
Well,
again.
2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything.
Does it? I've
A
not
lot of
got
times the
Origins
football,
yet.
he just looks
I'm
down
looking
at
to
his
get it
sheet,
though.
sees the short yardage runs, and
Got
goes
so
to
much to
one
play
of
at the moment
those.
though.
We have played 3 quarters.
I've
We'll return
barely
with
started
more
my games
after
for
this
Christmas.
break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th
Apparently,
and final quarter.
Danny's got it. He loves it. It's like Assassin's Creed with Dark Souls combat.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side.
Oh!
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That was a good.
They were still throwing with a
Good
comfortable
throw.
lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points?
No,
in case
timetable
there's
went
a
out the window,
tiebreaker
Seb.
that comes into play later?
We had
He hits the big
one of
target for
well, the other
2.5.
main streamer
Defenses hate those guys,
Um,
especially around the goal line.
It's hard to
drop
decide
out an hour
when
before
you
the
put on him. Are you
stream,
gonna put a
so
smaller corner
we're
on him?
winging it.
Are you gonna put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same
You got me
coverage
for
skills?
24 hours.
Not a linebacker, he may have the size,
But we have
he's
got,
not used to really
when Danny
covering
comes
in
on,
space.
we've
That's
got
why the tight end gives you
um,
such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
probably some Siege or Payday too. And we got some PUBG and some Fortnite. Probably do some poker later on. So, let's play it by ear, mate. If you want to get involved, let us know. Skelly, if you want to get involved, just tell us what game you want to play and we'll let you in. Want to play some rage games? I'm almost raging anyway, Seb. Got a shit afternoon.
Hauschka to send this one away following the score.
I was having some raging on Dark Souls earlier as well. So.
And this will not be Siege.
Yeah, we should be able to sort some Siege out, Skelly.
And now out on the field, here comes
You got Fortnite Battle Royale, Skelly.
And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
This game's the easiest one I've played with being able to chat to people as well. It's not easy playing Dark Souls while trying to read the chat.
They need points.
Big time. One thing I can
Might do some Cuphead later.
That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong
Skelly.
guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Ah, they're out.
Here to his running back.
Bollocks.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this is
Okay,
why
Skelly.
trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Here's Goff.
Sacked. Oh, and then you got turnover as well.
He was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Here's Goff. He has Britt over the middle.
Get down,
He's
bitch.
able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So here we go, first and 10.
That was quick, Skelly.
On first and 10, Goff. Wide open receiver complete. You
Smack.
give him 15 more and it's another first down. On first down, it's Goff. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And nothing doing.
Ain't going nowhere, mate.
Immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome, Skelly. We'll play that later. Sure, Seb will join us on some Fortnite as well.
What we're seeing in this game, controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Throwing on third. Gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Probably enough time for 2 more plays.
Good opportunity, just went a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on.
After this game, I'm going to do a bit Facebook stuff on that quickly, and then probably get a competition going. Anyone wants to win a game? Oh no!
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
If you scroll, are you on PC, Skelly? If you are, scroll down just below the stream screen. You'll see GameBlast18 and the text donation. You can put after the pound sign. You don't have to put £5. You can put whatever you want. Okay, it goes from £1 to £20, I believe. The text donation. Or you can go to the Just Giving site, which is in the bottom as well, mate.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Goff looking to throw. And no, it falls incomplete.
Thank God for that.
So the 2-point conversion no good.
They attempted the fade to the back corner.
Do you reckon I can get another touchdown before the time runs out? We're about to get a 2-minute warning.
What's interesting, before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner, but you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where they're just
Try and run it in. We'll try and run it. Right throw, we'll run.
Now they get ready to come back onto the field, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense
Fuck that
throws
up,
at
royally.
them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out.
That's a 2-minute warning. Let's go. Good daggers, let's go long.
As we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
Why did I do that?
Rams are going to hold things as they want a timeout.
I've only had one on squads. PUBG. How about you?
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
I love PUBG, but I think Fortnite's the more polished one and possibly less stressful at the moment.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Bollocks.
Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Not only did they drop, it looked like an
Let's go for the
interception in
pass
the
over.
end zone, they had a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Nice. Well done, mate.
On third down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will score. Touchdown.
That was lucky.
Their big tight end. 27 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun.
I think they even pulled me into that, to be fair. If they'd have left me, I'd probably fallen out. I'd have gone out of bounds.
Wilson gonna throw for it. Flush to his right. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Yeah, but no, PUBG is good. I just think there's a lot of problems with PUBG at the moment. Fortnite's possibly the more fun one and less stressful. They're both good.
What's your plan? And they're like, look, we're starting to have full periods of two-point conversion tries. Well,
yeah, connections on Fortnite are better. And then PUBG's still in early access, so well, Xbox preview. But Zeb, I had John Myers commenting on the gaming lounge post earlier, saying that we should wire up 4 TVs and 4 Xboxes to do PUBG squads. When I explained that the pub's only got 5 meg internet, him and his mate said, oh, we do it off of a mobile phone. It's like, well, it's not going to be fun because the latency is going to be so bad, and the turnover time's really, really, really slow on that. So, John Myers is a cock, so.
On second down, here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end. This is
I've not had problems with connections. I've had problems with frame rate and texture pop and stuff like that.
Now Goff on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh no, I have been dropped out from a few games, yeah. To be fair. It does always let you come back in, doesn't it? So there's that. But
Back to the air. Goff on second down.
once it's fixed, it's probably better now since we last played it. It's probably had a few updates.
And it's third down.
Well, it's definitely had a few updates since we last played it.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a third and
You remember, Seb,
10.
I'm normally drunk when I play PUBG, so I don't always remember.
Throwing on third. Goff.
Oh, turnover.
Intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over
Yeah,
at
Sherman.
the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything.
Yeah, like I said, there's been updates since we last played, so it might be a bit better now.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. So they pick up the first down after
Go for the flank
now they
drive.
approach for the fresh set. They come out here in the eye. Oh, Wilson gonna throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. A nice pickup there.
I thought he'd fumbled it then.
It'll move the sticks.
Yeah, might be Seb.
Coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big time run, big time pass.
We just kneel.
1-2 combination.
End the
Pretty
game.
good.
How about that? Let's see if they can
Ready?
continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A lot of
Done.
scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come
But that went pretty well.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this.
Give me a sec. I'm
They
just
also
gonna
love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home
So I
runs
want you to get used
mixed
to it,
in.
Scally. Alright, just 2 seconds. I'm just gonna move that light because it's shining right on the camera. You missed it, Jamie. I've been giving lessons on American football while playing this. What do you mean I don't know. I love it. Button bashes.
So
Mate, you watch another game of it, Seb.
for my partner, Charles Dennis,
Just
and
'cause
all
you
the
can't play it.
hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
I'm actually pretty good at NFL, so. And you're the king of rage quitting, Seb. So, doesn't mean you rage quit every game. Just most of them. You don't need to confirm that, Seb. You are the king of rage. Just rage in general. You were born angry. No, Skelly, not even slightly anywhere near him. I could probably list the games on one hand that Seb hasn't rage quit out the entire Xbox library. I'm on my 5th. That's pacing, right? See? Misconception. If you pour it out fast and get a bit ahead of it, it gets the carbon dioxide out of it. Or the oxygen that. So you don't get an upset stomach and don't feel as bloated. So it's supposed to be poured. It just doesn't look very good. And I'm not even looking at the camera, I'm looking at the fucking PC screen. That's where the camera is. Oh, that's admirable, James. I'll rage quit my marriage. But that's another story. I'm doing it again. That's another story. Right. Bear with us. Right. And yet people are still talking about it, Seb, which means it's legendary. Legendary. When I was drunk on Battlefield, it was the best things. You not remember MacGyver on the hill sniping and I lit him up with tracer darts like a Christmas tree? It was amazing. He wondered why he kept getting shot. There is that. Remember when I was coming first in Forza and I fell asleep and just went off at the last corner as well? Oh. Yes, but I used to drink a lot more than I do now, Seb. I'm not as bad now. I was always drunk before. Right. Right. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to have a look for another game. Yeah, I do drink my ales to tolerate the company. You're right, Seb. Normally the company's you. Right. What should I play next then? If I drop out, it's just because I've got to redo the stream. So, what are we playing then?